How you guys doing out there?
Hello, everybody.
Hopefully you're feeling great today.
Yes.
Angela, how's your day today? So.
No words.
You know what? Days could be better. It could be worse. It's
Yeah.
just it's a day.
Interesting.
But I'm confident it'll get better from here.
I hope so. I pray that it does.
You know what? Speaking of that, that's what we're talking about, confidence.
Yeah.
How do you know if you're confident? Do you want to be confident? Do you feel confident? What does confidence mean? But how about we look at 5 signs of a truly confident person? Things that would define it. This is actually from the palmergroup.com. It's some information that they wrote down, and it's a top five signs that they're truly confident. And I guess it's talking about from like employee standpoint. So looking at number 1, it says they aren't afraid to be wrong. So when it comes to a conversation and arguments, which employees take a loud stand because they are afraid to back down and lose face, they turn out to be wrong. And which employees take. So this could be you can look at this from many things. So that can be from employee, but you can have it even in a friendship, relationship, just talking in general. Do you think that a person that says, you know what, you're right, and more humble and more easy to be more realistic is more confident?
Yeah. Once you accept when you say you're right, I'm wrong, that not only does that help with the confidence, but that puts that helps the other person be like, oh, you know what, I can talk to them. They're a little bit, that's humility, accepting fault, or
Yeah.
hey, if I did something, I'm gonna say, hey, my bad, I'm sorry, I was wrong in that, you're right.
Yeah, I think it depends on how it's presented. So if this is my opinion, so I do agree too that a person is more confident that can admit that, oh, okay, I see what, they would say something like, man, you know what, I do see what you're saying. That makes sense. That's right. Because what you're saying is this, that, and the third. So they're kind of understanding something versus more focusing on who's right and wrong. Angela, know that's a pet peeve of mine. The wrong doesn't matter because in another vein, whatever they say might be right.
Yeah.
But in this situation just makes more sense. So it's not about, with me, I would probably be more like, hey, you're right. I get what you're saying. You're trying to say this, that, and the third. And I think that would be solidifying or at least validating that you understand what the person's saying versus trying to say, well, you are right and I'm wrong.
Yeah, and it's important that you understood, especially when you're communicating with someone, but you want to make sure that you getting the point across as well.
Yeah, and I think it actually makes for a better mending of relationships or friendships, or if it's in the workplace, you can work better with that employee. So anyway, here's number 2.
All right, number 2, it says they listen better and more often. I'm sorry, they listen better and more often than they speak. So listening more than they speak. It said don't assume the employee is shy or timid because he or she speak all the time, or doesn't speak all the time. Truly confident employees open their ears more than their mouths, and they are interested in what others think, what they feel, and what they have to say. And when they do speak, they think first.
Yeah, that's a good
I
quality.
think more than anything, when you are understood, that's important. But the only way to be understood is if someone is listening or hearing what you said. Because if somebody's talking and they're thinking about the next thing to say, they're not hearing you. And if the conversation is they're not getting heard, then how is that progressing? It's not progressing at all.
I think that's more common too. Like you said, the person that does more talking and trying to think about the next thing and don't want to forget all that. I think that's more common. So it's a great skill, and it definitely to me would show a level of confidence for someone to be able to have a master the skill of listening and being comfortable with whatever their answer is going to be after they listen very
And
well.
that's confidence, being able to not wanting to talk mostly. You're confident in yourself when you're listening to someone.
I agree.
So that
Yeah.
that I can see how that's on there.
There you go. Number 3 says they don't seek the spotlight. Confident, experienced people know that the spotlight is pleasant but fickle. So they tend to dodge it and let it shine on others. They recognize that glory is fleeting and outcome matters more than momentary credit. So they're not trying to just be in the front, get the spotlight. Um, they don't seem to want to fight for that or have a. It doesn't have. It's not a big thing because that's a kind of fly by night kind of thing, and it could be seen as kind of fake anyway or pseudo versus that person that's just doing it for the love of what they do or who they are, not showing face.
Yeah, a telltale sign of someone that is uncomfortable with themselves is the fact that they try to seek the limelight or they try to, like you say, seek that spotlight. But for a person that is confident, like they are so confident in themselves and their work. They know what their value is. Someone as opposed to someone that doesn't, that they're trying to seek that validation that, hey, I am good. Hey, I can do this. Hey, this. They'll try to get, pull whatever they can to make themselves here. Look at me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely is a good quality of a confident person.
All right. So number 4 says they don't wait for opportunity to be handed to them. It says confident employees won't keep aiming to please and waiting year after year to be offered a promotion. It says they're just earn the promotion and then ask for it. And if they don't get it, they'll start looking for opportunity outside the company. So for someone to be confident, that's what they'll do.
Yeah, I mean, when you know you work hard, you know you do good, you got good work ethic, or you know you're getting the job done, you don't sit around and say, well, maybe they might. You say, hey, what's going on with the race thing? Because you already know you're putting in the work. And if it doesn't seem like that company or it doesn't seem like people want to give you credit or at least want to recognize your work ethic and reward you for that, you just start looking at other opportunities. It's not a back and forth thing with you because you know what you're worth and you know the effort you put it in. Companies, really good companies, are going to recognize that, and you're probably not going to ever have to ask for the raise because they're going to be on top of it, and you're confident that you when you say so, some people the thing is trying to get at is that sometimes people wonder, hey, well, I get a raise or should I ask for a raise? I might get a little raise, and but why would you not be confident if you know you work hard and you know you do good and you're doing honest work? So why would you not want to, be rewarded or recognized? And again, this could apply to anything, whether you're in a friendship, relationship, whatever. You know what you're putting into that, and you know the things that you try to do to make things balance. You shouldn't have to worry about, oh, how is it going? Sometimes, yeah, it can be. It's in new relationships or new friendship that can be a little you question, but when your confidence with your friendships with people, it shouldn't be a lot of questioning of why things go a certain way. Or you shouldn't feel timid when you know what you are worth and what you bring to that relationship or that friendship.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Me, 4,
5.
5. They seek approval from only the best sources. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at those who they strive to emulate or impress. When a confident person finds someone they truly admire, they'll work harder to gain that person's approval. But this doesn't happen very often. And if you haven't earned a place on that short list, they won't care what you think of them. Um, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So person that's confident gonna put in the work if they like you or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that's kind of like what it's saying. It's talking about it from a work standpoint, though.
Yeah. I can give you this is one of those stories for me back in the day when I first started in the information technology field. Confidence was not there because if you think about before the Y2K, we're talking about back in the day when getting put out in the, let's say in the fire for say you dealing with all sorts of people, but we talk about having the approval of your coworkers because it's skills that you're learning that you want to make sure that you're doing the best you can. Of course, employees will tell you the people that you're serving or servicing or whatever that you're doing, helping out, and also your coworkers when they say, "Oh, you're doing a great job," that's a boost of confidence. And
Right.
from certain ones, especially certain ones with certain level of expertise, and they're just not playing, they're just not saying it. Coming from them is different than coming from someone that is on your level.
Yeah, just in my experience too, I think confidence is a state of mind for the person that has it. So, what I think with most people, it's sometimes just days. I mean, we was talking about some days how we even feel. So some days you can be in a good mood, feeling great. Somebody probably just said something very positive or good about you, and people saying how's it going. It just seems like it's a good day. Your confidence is probably gonna be high. It's gonna be on the high side. But if you have one of those rougher days, got some bad news or something that's been said that kind of hurt your feeling, then the confidence can kind of waver. But there are those few that no matter what they go through, they always brimming with confidence, and that's hard to
Yeah,
make. It's hard to just maintain it at a high level, in my opinion.
it is. And for me, as I've gotten older, that the confidence has gone down some because you're getting older. Just think about, you're getting older, and the things that you used to do you can't do, or you're not on the certain level that you were before. But also you're dealing with certain things that because of life that happens, that kind of weighs down on the confidence side. You have to put in more, what you call it, more effort to be confident. But it is possible. So I strive to, whenever I get in those funks, I have to just stop and just, chill out, take a self. I actually literally in the middle of a day before, just like, hey, it's self care. I've done it in beginning of the morning too, because I don't wake up in the most in the best, having the best feelings. Well, it's self-care day. I need to take care of myself because it's all in here. It is all in here, and this right here need to be fixed. But we all go through that. Everybody go through that in their own way. So when you talk about having to change those thoughts, it can be hard at sometimes. And I can tell you, it is more of an uphill battle than anything, especially when you're battling those feelings. You just want to just get into bed and go to sleep and wake up the next morning hoping to feel better. Um, but if you can manage that better, there are ways that you can find that's going to suit you as a person to kind of deal with those feelings or those bad days.
Yeah, I totally agree, Angela. And there's so many different levels to it too. I remember, it can be confidence to just, hey man, just get going, get out of the bed, and get in the right mind state to get things done. You say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then the people around you, you leave a good positive feeling around them. That could be an effect of confidence. But then there's confidence in things like at a high level, like let's say when adrenaline's kicking in and it's something that has to get done. I remember this story about this, I can't remember if he's a captain or corporal, but this
Mm-hmm.
military guy that he had the confidence. He was having to infiltrate some building, and there was a lot of let's say the enemies was in there. It was just him, and he went up this hill and he took out he got rid of so many of the enemies, tons of them, like seven, eight, nine of them, 10 of them. And he did succumb to his injuries, but he took out so many people, and he got some kind of badge and honor and like a lot of accolades for it. But the thing is that he was, because of the adrenaline that was kicking in, he was confident that he was going to accomplish that mission, and that's on a high level. But sometimes I think we all need to have it, and we have it to some degree in our life.
Yeah, and the feelings that you have when you do have, you are at a look, you feeling that confidence that day. You're just happy. You're happy, and it's not nothing like negative. I think that everybody has a sense of confidence, but but as long as you're not overdoing it, you going overboard, you're not humble with it. But when you have a sense of confidence, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. Today is going to be a good day. I was able to accomplish certain things. When I'm able to accomplish and check some boxes off the to-do list. Or if someone says they appreciate something that you've done for them, or something that you worked on, a project you've completed, cooking, if if the meal that you made or whatever you made is they're good, everybody says, oh yeah, this is good, or this tastes good. People like to hear that. That gives them a sense of confidence. Or they'll say, oh, you put your foot in it. Not that you put your feet in or your toe in. It's just so good. That's an expression, that they appreciate the meal. um, but yeah, but accept that too. Don't dismiss, like, oh, this is just this, or
It
this
could
is
be
just
how it
that.
was said.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I was just thinking about the foot in it. It could be it really it can be 5, 6 people say something really good, and it take that one person to mess up your confidence. But anyway, I was thinking about the foot in it thing. It is a cultural thing, and it's something that I know what it means. It means that was good. But imagine somebody said, "Man, did you put your foot in this?" That's not. That could take your confidence away. But somebody said, "Girl, you put your foot in." That's a whole different. That should give you confidence because if
yeah,
somebody did something good, they really cooked. They threw it down, and that's the way. Your meals you use. I can't remember when you don't. You do a great job of cooking. I can't remember, like, unless it's something you like. Here you go. It's something I had to do real quick. But usually when you cook, it's gonna be something you pop off.
I appreciate that. But yeah, you too. You. I think we both make great meals, and if you have not watched any of
Oh
our
yeah.
cooking shows,
Mm.
check out this playlist. I'm gonna put
We
two
put our foot
playlists up
in a
there.
good way,
Yeah,
but you
we
won't
have
see it on the
fun.
ingredients list.
But yeah, confidence is important. And we can be our own cheerleaders, or other people can be cheerleaders for us. But
And you
when
got to expect there's going to be some naysayers and stuff like that. You can't, if you go around saying, no, I'm going to be confident and nobody ain't going to know, then you're going to be sadly mistaken. There's always going to be somebody that's going to misread you or try to criticize you or try to just put something on you, even if they don't know you or understand your personality. So just maintain who you are, be comfortable who you are, and usually that natural confidence kicks in.
Yeah, so now I'm going to probably relate this to other people, just like you said, when you talk about the natural confidence, or when people say stuff, and if you talking to let's say if someone says something negative to a person that's very highly confident, they are going to tell you about yourself. If you come with them with a negative comment, they are not going to back down on whatever skills and
You
stuff
saying
they
that's what a
have.
confident
A
person may do?
confident person's not. For example, if let's say this,
Okay, go
well,
ahead.
if you know that you threw down on this meal,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's telling you it
Mm-hmm.
is good,
Mm-hmm.
it's very good, but then you got this one person tell you, well, it's too much salt in there.
That's when you laugh. Confident person, a smart person ain't gonna go back and forth with nobody that's silly.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they're not going to. I should say they're not going to feed into that
Right. They're not
negativity.
gonna
Let's say
fall for
that.
that trick.
Yeah, they're not going to fall for that trick.
That's right. I agree.
So, what if you're like that and any negative comment that come your way? What if you're so confident in yourself that you're not going to let a negative comment get to you? Let's say that
That's
if
smart.
someone say to you, um, let's say let's talk about something. Well, let's use that same example of your cooking, and someone said there's too much salt. You'll be like, well, no, let's
Usually, if
lose
you're a good
another one.
cook, you know it's too. I've made meals. I said this is probably a little too. It's not where it's not edible, but you know, in your world, how you cook is not. It's a little too much. But you like already committed to it, so you kind of like, all right, I gotta let this ride, and you can do other things to kind of balance it out. But you already know when they taste it, they might say it might a little bit more than usual. But you gotta be prepared for that. Like you still, I won't be upset if somebody says it was a little salty. It does happen. So I was a little salty. but it wasn't. They still killed it. Still was destroyed. But I've
Well, that's what you would say if they talking about looks like, well, you sure tore that up. You
yeah, it
sure
didn't
tore it
stop you
up.
at
It didn't stop
all.
you at all. You ate it
I've
all.
had somebody tell me something like that. I had somebody say something was a little dry or something, but nothing left. No, I said, well, you must be loving
Well, it
those
was
dry
really
stuff
good.
because you have demolished. There's no seconds for nobody.
Yeah.
You, the same person that said it, that killed it all,
And also, let's say this.
and
All
it
right.
can't cook worth the money.
Exactly. Woo! You got people that can't cook a
That's
lick.
funny.
That is very critical of other people
Let me
cooking.
say this one thing though. There has been times, and this is something that made me reflect, where I have been told like something happened that I should have did, and it hurt my feelings. But they were right. Like, and I had to accept it after I got over the feeling thing. But how it was said and how it was done was very bad. It wasn't good. And so, you can still have issues with, somebody saying something a certain way, but accept the information to make yourself better. I'll take information to make me better that hurt my feelings and maybe knocks a little confidence out of me if it's going to make me better. But I don't mean I have to take it over a hammer when you could have just served it with a plate.
Yeah,
So that's different.
I agree. I can tell you this. I am not a singer. I don't know how to sing. So if somebody say, and we do have members of the household that will
Think they
make
can sing.
that known to you. Oh, you sound a little bit
Not
this,
me.
a little bit that.
I'm gonna just clarify it's not me.
But I know I can't sing. I mean, it don't hurt my
I
feelings.
enjoy
Like,
Angela singing.
hey, I'm just over here just singing because I
There you
like
go.
this song.
You happy?
I'm happy. I'm singing
Yeah.
because I'm happy.
Do
All
your
right.
thing.
I didn't need you to put your 2 cents
Right.
in.
Like they're professional or something.
Like,
They're
hey,
getting paid to do that?
but that is not going to, that never, because I'm confident in me and I really don't care whether you think I can sing it out because I'm not trying to compete.
You
I
at
can tell you,
home. You ain't
hey, I'm
trying to
at
impress
home, not
nobody.
trying to impress nobody.
Mm-hmm.
It has a different effect over me when they say something that is negative to say. I never did say I can sing, so I don't care.
That's right. Right. You don't need nobody to say that stuff to you.
So those are situations that you are confident in. No, I mean, you accept the fact that there are things that you can't do, that you're not as good as other folks. So, but also don't let those get to you. Even if there are times where people are going to say something, especially if they say something in a crowd that gets your confidence level to go down, you're going to feel so bad. And sometimes you'll get mad. Don't react. Let's say that. Don't react to negative stuff. Just respond to it. Think about it and then do a really great response to it. Some people's comeback in their responses to others helps you to see what level of confidence that they are at. And it's to me, that's very commendable
Oh.
at a response at someone that handles it the right way
Right.
or said the right thing.
Yes. I agree. That's true. I'm just grasping what you're saying now. Yeah, comebacks can show you some confidence of a person. Like and it can be funny. And it can be funny, some comebacks, if they're worth comeback. You're right. And you don't have to think of nothing clever. Sometimes just be
Yeah.
ignoring foolishness, but sometimes some stuff is funny. But just on the flip side of confidence, I personally try to be careful of, and I would admonish others is don't let it feed into insecurities because very insecure people sometimes can be mean. They try to bring down others. They hurt other people's feelings because of their insecurities. So I would say focus on just being more confident versus feeding into the insecurities that we all have them to some degree. Any person that say they never don't have something is something. Everybody has that kryptonite or that weakness sometimes that if somebody get them on the right day, they can get them.
Yeah.
So yeah, be careful of that.
Yeah, please be careful of that. And and my heart goes to those that have been
Some
victims
struggle more
of
than
an
others.
insecure person reacting to you
Oh boy.
because of their insecurities. You're not even trying to trigger
Pray
them.
for them too.
Yeah, you
Sometimes
have
they
to.
don't know that they got those
Yeah,
struggles.
you have to, because that is a weakness. They need prayer.
Sometimes depends on how mean they are. If they like, like you could tell, like, okay, yeah, they got something going on, or at least and some people are honest. Some people tell you, like, yeah, I know I overthought that, I shouldn't, that was wrong, or then you can have a conversation, because people they at least acknowledging that that's a struggle. But these people, some people double down on their ridiculousness. Pray with them and try to get as far away as you can, because you can't do nothing else when they stuck in something that you don't know what it is.
And because you don't know what's going on with them, you don't know what's happening. It's just something that they've done and said that was mean, and their reaction, that's not.
Sometimes it just makes no sense.
Yeah. And sometimes they do that to everybody. It's not about just you. It's just how they are.
Right.
If they're an insecure person, they're going to act that way towards a number of folks.
And they might, hopefully they see that, okay, I might need to make an adjustment, because you ain't gonna have a ton of friends. There's some people that feed off others' insecurities, but after a while, man, I don't know how much more eating you can do off of that. That can just be a downer. When people have like those insecure ways, are just super negative, are always finding the bad side of stuff, always finding fault with it's okay to point out something that can help somebody, but man, like, don't have to be a downer on everything. Can you point out some good stuff? Point out some good stuff. Good stuff about yourself, about the other people, about your friends. Be focused on that sometime.
Yeah.
And talk good about people that's not even your friends around your friends. Not always talking negative.
So if you are a person that's insecure, reacting in an insecure way, the best way to, how can you say it? The best way to get over that or to battle that is to say something positive. Instead of focusing on the negative of a person, tell them something good about themselves.
Yeah.
Tell them what you appreciate about
Encouraging.
them. Say something very encouraging, and you're going to have a boost of confidence from that. So, an insecure person, if you're going to react in an insecure way, think, let's respond, let's not react. So, what can I say to this person? Because right now, I want to say something really mean and ugly. I want to get a reaction out of them to kind of boost their level down. What can I say to them to boost their level up so I can feel good about myself?
Angela, you look amazing. See, I can say that, and because it's true. It's easy to say true stuff.
Those are cute glasses you have on today.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that color on you. Ooh, that's
Purple
nice.
is your color.
So even sometimes, even if you don't mean it, sometimes I don't know, some people, it kind of sounds fake. Take anything that you can get from a person that you know that said some crazy stuff to you. Just take it.
Yeah. Just tell them, hey, I hope you have a great day today.
That's good. Do you see that? I hope you have a great day. How was your day?
Yeah. Because so that's connected to the confidence. Insecurity is a big part of confidence. Those two are connected.
And your level of confidence will increase, and you'll feel better about yourself and about others. You are growing.
Yeah. And even if somebody hits you like with some stuff you don't understand, stay true to who you are, stay confident. Usually they may be struggling with something. Don't let that change. Like, if you know you're on the right track and doing the right things, and you're confident, don't let that hold you down too long.
And the more you do it, the better at it you get, and the more natural it will be, and the better you be as a person. You'll feel good about yourself.
Angela, thank you for that spice. Oh.
Yeah.
La.
Go.
Give us some more. You don't want to
more
life.
Give me some more life. Have a great day, rest of your afternoon, or great weekend, whatever it is.